Here's some instructions on how you're going to create your portfolio book, which is just going to be a digital PDF showing all the pictures that you've taken that demonstrate techniques that we've learned. This is just part of our review at the start of the trimester. And since we're doing things in Lightroom anyway, we're going to be able to use Lightroom to put this together, and it's going to be real easy. So here's a Google Doc that we're going to use to know what goes on each page within our book. I'll keep updating this as we go through and take more pictures. In Lightroom, this is where the magic happens. So we're normally on Library and Develop. After you brought your pictures in, they'll show up in our library and we can use them to build a book. So here's how we're going to set up our book. Click on the book icon on the top. It may automatically just throw a bunch of pictures in here. So I'm going to click Clear Book. If it did that for you, we can change it up. On the right hand side here, we want to make sure that it's on PDF, and we're going to change this so that it's a magazine size. It's a standard page size. You can just click Change Size and Layout. The rest of this can remain the same on the top. Right, as we're going here, it might be a good idea to include page numbers, so we can check that on. You can just have it, you can choose where you want the page numbers to be. Some of these other things will be changing as we go. Alright, the cover we can ignore. That actually doesn't come in the same export when we send it out of Lightroom. But on each page I'm going to tell you what to do. So for example, cover, I say ignore. Page 1 is your title page. So here you can do a free choice image or multiple images. So to add a picture in, you just drag it in like that. Then you're going to add some text on there, so I want you to add your name in there. If you go all the way down to where it says type, you can change the color. So I'm just going to change that to white so it shows up a little bit better. This is the page number. You can change the size of it. I just highlighted it and you can change the size right there. But then what I'm going to do to add in a title is I'm just going to double click and click Add Photo Text. So here it's highlighted, you can change the size, you can change if it's in the center or not, but on your Google Doc I'm saying to put your name in there, so just put in your name. So that'll be kind of just the start of your book. From there, this is how we can go back to see all of our pages. There's only our one page in there so far. To add in pages, we go on the right hand side here and click Add Page. So we might as well just click this a bunch to get some pages in. But then you go back to the Google Doc and you see what's on the docket for the next page. So page 2, macro photos, 3 or more of them. So for page 2, you can click on it and then change the page layout. Go to 3 photos if you're just going to put in 3. Choose one of these that you like. And again, these are macro photos, but I'm just doing this for an example. Just click and drag it in, double click on it, or just click once and you can zoom it out so that you don't crop the image, especially if you're wanting to be able to see the entire image. See how that works. You'll notice that pictures will show what page they're on or if they've been used. So that way you can know that you're not repeating images. But then for page text, I'm asking you to add in a title. So here's a photo text. We can underline that with photo. We can even just drag it around. So here I want it to be off to the side. So maybe actually undo photo text. We'll put this as page text instead. And that can go down here, change it so it's a little bit smaller. And then I just want you to label it. So this would be the macro page. Hard to see white on white, so for that text, we'll change the color to make it show up. Just like that. So that's how we're going to be making our book. In the very end, we'll be exporting it. So that's what this is right here. We click Export Book to PDF, put it on here. We'll just want to label it. Click Save. That'll export it out on the desktop. But we don't want to lose our work either, so we'll want to click Create Saved Book. And we can always come back in and add more to it. So I'm just going to put this as Portfolio and click Create. So you'll see that right down there. You can keep adding more to it later. That's how we're going to be doing it.